Yes, sir.
Guys, gals, and guests, honey. Yes, honey. Tonight we are here with the cast of Perception, honey. Yes, honey. Shout out to Perceptions and the cast of Perceptions, honey, the web series itself. Tonight I will have your favorite, honey, transgender entrepreneur extraordinaire, CEO and founder of Armani Day, Mr. Armani Day himself. What's going on, Armani?
I'm ready to go to sleep. Let's go. No, I'm good. I'm good. I'm
Don't bring
excited to
that
be
energy
here
up
with
here
you.
in this interview.
I'm excited to be here with you, with everybody. It's been a minute since the cast has been together. I moved so far away from everybody. So I'm excited to be with y'all and excited to have you host. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm good. I'm good.
No, no, no.
I'm Mahogany Major. She, her.
I'm Tyree. Well, Henny on here, but a Tyree. He, him.
Oh, Sanaya.
You turned your mic off.
No, I turned that drum back on. I think so. Yeah, Sanaya, she, her.
Alysha, creator of Perceptions, and it's her.
I don't see Alysha. Where's Alysha at?
Right here.
Hi.
Oh, hey. In the background, singing in the background.
My name is Des, and I'm a she, her.
Alysha, tell me who does what when it comes to producing and bringing us Perceptions. Who writes? Who directs? Who? Who?
I am the writer. I am the producer. I am the creator. Aya helps direct. Sometimes Armani helps direct. Mahogany participates too, and Cash helps direct too sometimes. So that's
Armani be having little secret talents and stuff that he don't be
he
wanting to
does.
tell me about. I think he don't be wanting me to ask him to do anything for my platforms, but that's fine. That's
Armani,
fine.
let's be clear. Armani doesn't do anything but run his mouth the whole time. That's all he comes to do is run his mouth.
That sounds about Armani, honey.
Right? You sound like a baby dad out here. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yes. And tell me, Alysha, what inspired you to want to make this show, to want to create this show?
I always wanted to do a web series, and I was seeing them have YouTube, and I seen a couple of them from Philly, and I was like, oh, I want to do this, and I also wanted to get my story out there because Perceptions originally started to be about domestic violence, and my story. But I expanded once, I got my whole cast and I started building on characters. But it was just something that I wanted to do to get my story out. So
So you were in a domestic violence relationship. You were in a violent situation.
yes, the character Angel is based off of my ex-wife.
So I'm curious, and this question is for everybody here that we have on the cast. How did you, in particular, get involved with Perceptions? Who wants to go first?
It's all good. So Leash had came to me about like the idea of like like doing a web series. I was already on like another web series prior to, and she wanted to add me on, and I just was down for it. I'm like, all right, cool. Like I didn't mind it. Like I liked the direction she was like. I liked the direction she was going in. I liked it. The storyline as well. I was like, okay, and then it was like for me being the first trans person on the show, it was like thank you because like she kind of brought that in, like, brought me into the limelight, and like brought awareness to people that probably didn't understand what it was like to know or even to understand a trans person, to be fair. But yeah, like I think she just came in me with the idea, and I was like, yo, like I'm down, and it was what it was.
I dig it. I dig it.
3 seasons later.
Now, since you're so excited to tell us how you got involved, how about you let us know what's going on with you?
I had been an extra on other things before, and I was always bugging Alysha about stuff. And I actually just started out as an extra. I happened to be in Philly on the day that they were on set. They were shooting, and I'm like, yeah, I want to be an extra. I'll be in the scene. I was in 2 different scenes, and then she developed a character for me, which later became Eric, who plays Nas's nephew. So, yeah. And I was like, oh, I'm coming from New York all the time as much as I can to be a part of this because I really enjoyed the show. I really, really did. So yeah.
I dig it. So it's a New York based show.
Nah.
I was living in New York.
Oh, you were living
Yeah.
in New York at the time because I was about to say, honey, the whole first season sound like Philly accents to me. What?
Nah. Yeah.
It's a funny story. It's random actually. I've never acted before. It was just like right place, right time. And I'm always down to try something new as long as it's within my, within my realm. Let's be clear, within my realm, because people will take that a little weird. But yeah, so I was like, all right, let me try and see what happens. Like, you never know. Let's see. I'm a creative, so, and I'm a poet, so let's see if I can, channel this energy there. So I auditioned. I think I auditioned for, who was it, Angel, for 2 seconds, and it was like, oh no, because honestly, I could not do the domestic violence thing. Like, that is not in me at all. And I was like, oh, I ain't gonna be able to like lean over the, I'm gonna cry for real. Like, what y'all gonna do with me? I'm gonna be a hot ass mess. Like, what y'all gonna do with me? So at that, I was just like, all right, I can do the suave thing maybe, but no, like, let's just not. So, I ended up being Dom, which I'm glad, because like, I'm my own being, and I bring that energy right there. You know what I mean? So that's pretty much, and I just kept going with it because it was fun, and it just kind of kept developing. So yeah, I appreciate Alysha for that.
Well, coincidentally, I tried to get on first season, but I was too late in the cast call because Tanaya is one of my best friends. So I'm into other things in Philadelphia, and I watched the season, and I was like, damn, man, I'm trying to be down with the homies, like, because I know a lot of them from outside being in the LGBTQ family out Philly. They're really, and they rock hard. So I've seen them in outings at Sisters, Level Up, stuff like that. So when she was like, they gonna have another audition, I'm like, all right, bet, let me know when. And I came and I auditioned, and Alysha told me a couple of days later when I was in there. So I got lucky to be able to be blessed to be a part of season 2, to be honest with you. Because I've been trying, like I said, since first season. So I just been watching, season 3. So I just been watching the first 2 seasons, hoping I get my moment. And I did. So blessed out, shout out to Alysha for allowing me to be a part of season 3.
That's dope. That's dope. Shout out to Alysha. Alysha, it sounds like to me, you kind of casted and auditioned people who you were already familiar with in the community. Is that the case?
No, actually, I didn't know. I only knew Armani, Danny, Cash, and Punky. Everybody else is brand new. I didn't know none of the rest of the cast members.
Oh, you ain't even asked me my story. Dang, I feel all hurt. My feelings hurt. No, so I was I was looking for new acting opportunities and everything because I already was kind of like doing my thing here and there. And I seen the audition. I originally auditioned for Key, and as soon as I finished up my audition for Key, we went right into Alysha wanted me to try out for Angel right after it. So I did Angel as well. And I think what was probably like a week later, about a week later, Alysha called me back, told me she just like formed a whole new character around me, and I got to play Taz for all 3 seasons. So, and I highly feel like she had a private investigator like watching me, because if you see like my every season, legit, it was like my dating life playing out, like my present dating life. So like season 1, Shorty sitting there playing me to the left, and I'm still showing up and everything like that. I was really going through that. Like, I was really dealing with that. I ain't gonna spoil you season 2 or season 3 for you, but you know.
That's interesting because I actually want to elaborate on that a little bit later with Alysha. But since a few of you have started out in yourself, can we get into everybody's identity? How does everybody identify? We already know that Armani is one of the transgenders. Honey, he told us.
Oh, but take it on the internet. It's kind of hard to hide that part.
Excuse. For you know what? Anyway, Yes, I'm a trans man, pansexual trans man. Okay, now moving on because y'all not gonna get on me. Not on T Dub, not on Trans Day of Visibility. We ain't
What about you? What about you, Tyreek? Because, honey, you're one of the few men that I really see on the screen. So what's going on with your identity? How did you end up with all of these queer people assigned female at birth?
I'm gonna be very honest with you. I am a man of trans experience myself. So Alysha has known me from when I was a lesbian. Well, I really was never a lesbian, but she's known me as a butch, and she's watched me
When you
transition from
when you were
yeah.
identifying as a lesbian and when you were identifying as a but anybody who
So
doesn't know trans 101, honey, we didn't become trans overnight. Let me out myself for Trans Day of Visibility. I'm one of the transgenders.
oh okay. I yo um I like to say it like man of experience, like man of trans experience, as opposed to saying like a trans man or like like a transgender. Like yeah, that's just my verbiage. But yeah, I identify with like do I like what about I'm straight. I like women. I date beautiful women. Yeah, but I like women. Like it does
Tyreek,
like
nobody ever I never expected you to be walking around with no butter faces.
Yeah, but I like for me, I have no preference. Like people ask me like, do you date trans women? You date cis women? And I'm just like, what's the last word that they have in common? Women. They're still women. Trans, whether trans or cis. So there's no difference for me. And as other people may feel different, but personally for me, yeah, there's no difference. So I date women.
Well, I'm out here in these streets just being a grown ass woman, doing my grown ass thing, just, just, because,
Shout out to the women's,
but,
women's, women's, women's.
just we out here. Let's see. So I literally, honestly, I never actually owned a label per se. I'm not really beat for for the D, no offense, people, but hey. Um, but yeah, so I'm, I just been in these streets, just in these streets with this, felines and things. Um, that's about it. You know what I mean? Like, I know I can honestly, I know I could do the best of both worlds if I wanted to. It's one of them things, but I ain't, it's very like, if I think of a dude on any level, it's literally like, oh, do I want kids? Literally, that's it. Otherwise, like my ever since high school, it's been all women. So yeah.
Okay, so I'm getting the impression you say you don't really identify with labels, but I'm getting the impression that romantically and sexually you tend to be more into women,
Lesbian. Yeah.
but you
Yeah.
would use a man
Definitely.
for his seed to have a kid. Is that what
And even with that, it's just like, houseway. I don't even know. Like, I don't even know. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like, I cannot. Like, I don't know. It's just a lot for me. It's a lot. It's a lot to process. Yeah, it's a lot to process. So I just don't even bother. Like, I just be like, you know what? Let me just. Oh, that Becky over there. Oh, all right. Let me just, let me just go over there because I'm busy. I ain't got it. I can't. I don't know.
I'm a stud. I like women. I'm not into aggressive women that I know of in my 39 years of living. I have been approached by a few, not my swag, to each his own, but that's not how I get down. But I do like a feminine, beautiful feminine female, thick, slim, however you carry it, hold it together as long as it don't fall apart when you take it off, we're good. I'm just saying, there's some things that look really nice in a jean when you put it together, and then the makeup, and then when you take the makeup off and the clothes off, you a whole nother person. That don't do me like that. Do not do that. That could cause a serious situation between us. We
some
could have
people
been, and now I don't know now. Trust issues there, I'm just saying, like, but I like women. I like a feminine female, know how to carry herself, classy, but know how to get ratchet on occasion. And that's about it. Like I'm not all the way picky. I gotta be around a person to know a person. Sometimes a person brings other another side of them out. So who can be mean around some other might not be mean with me. I don't know. So to each his own. I just hang out and then I get a vibe and then we go from there. Energy is everything. Go
So
ahead.
you don't want aggressive, but you don't mind assertive.
No, I do not. No, I do not. Not at all.
And Des, if I'm hearing you correctly during Women's History Month, you saying that some of these films is out here living their life in Halloween costumes?
Absolute, bro. I have. All right. So let. All right. All right. I gotta keep this. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. So don't be laughing tonight. Don't do that. I'm trying to keep it
No, no
like.
lie.
Hold on.
I'm gonna out it.
I got you. That's what I'm saying. Chill. So listen. I've been with plenty of different women, okay? Especially in the industry that I'm in, I've come across a lot of different females. So, yeah, what they came outside like and what we go home with don't be the same because things fall apart. The hair come off, nails come off, eyelashes come off. You know what I'm saying? They wash their face off. Now their eyebrows ain't even as thick as they was when they started. May not even have none. She does not look the same. Just be real with me. Be honest with me. That's not fair. That's not right.
You said they be out here with no eyebrows looking like alienation.
I'm just saying, bro. I'm just saying, looking like they should have eyebrows, but got like a 5 head because you really can't see them. I'm just saying. I'm being honest.
Pretty sure you
I
can't
like
bet.
We ain't gonna read the women's too much during Women's History Month. Let's get over here to Alysha and the guest in box number.
Oh, you spicy?
It's a little
Bro,
bit it's
spicy.
a little bit of shade with me. It's a little bit of shade with me, friend. But break me down, honey. Tell me who you are, because we didn't even get into your identity yet. Tell me who you are and remind the people of your name, honey. Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
you might not
damn.
recognize me either because on the first season I had hair. I think. Yeah, I had hair.
Hmm.
Okay, I do know who you are now because I was wondering. First season, honey, what cameo was
It
that,
wasn't a cameo.
baby?
I had
But
a whole
but
character, boo boo. You remember Demi?
I know who you are now. I know who you are now. But break us down. Give us your identity tonight.
Um, I identify as a motherfucking lady. You will address and treat me as such and nothing less. As far as what I'm interested in, I like women, like females, women that were assigned female at birth. Uh, I really don't have no picks. You just can't look like somebody that's gonna make me want to chew my arm off in the morning. Like for me, you know, I'm just saying. And when I say I really ain't got no picks, like I love me a plus size woman too. You know, as long as you got enough meat to fit in my hands, you won't let me play with your stomach. We cool. We in there.
But they got to be comfortable being plus size. Is the impression I'm getting from you.
I mean, listen, I've dealt with some women that weren't exactly comfortable with being plus size, but I love it all. Sometimes all it takes is for somebody to see you in a way that you don't see yourself and make you comfortable enough to see yourself through their eyes. Then you become comfortable. Rather less,
You better be.
huh?
You better be out here saving them.
Listen, at this point, I need somebody to come save me. That's I need
Oh,
somebody to come
baby.
save me because I be out in these streets. I'm sorry.
Tanaya, hopefully we don't end up in the nursing home together because I'm waiting for somebody to save me too, and I don't know if it's coming. What about you? What about you, our creator, Alysha? How do you identify in this world?
I identify as Alysha. That's what me and Armani has this conversation all the time. I am a cis female. I use the correct term, right? Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I identify as a Alysha. I try not to get into the labels too much because I feel like it's too much going on right now with labels. And I date men and women, so yes.
From the show, and I think identity is important in this conversation because this show, Perceptions, is built around the LGBTQ cast, and some of the things that I've noticed just in season one alone, I think are specific LGBTQ plus issues. So yeah, so I dig it, I dig it. But since we on you, Alysha,
Mm-hmm.
I want to know what you mentioned domestic violence, but what is your overall message for this show? What is the overall theme? What do you want the viewer to know, hear, and see when they tune into Perception?
Well, the overall message in Perceptions was always about that person who felt that they were alone if they ever tried, like, been in a position where they felt like they wanted to commit suicide, or they felt like they was alone in relationships and people didn't understand them, that they not the only person that went through that kind of stuff. There's people out here, they just don't speak up, they don't voice it and things like that. So mine was more to touch people and say, okay, other people been through this and you see how it turned out. You will survive if you get out of that situation. You're not stuck in it, and there are people who've been through it just like you. So
Now, Tanaya,
Yes.
I don't know if I heard the horn tooting a little bit over there, but you mentioned that you were looking for an acting gig. And this question goes for everybody. Does anybody, any of y'all have any formal acting training, any formal training in media or television or entertainment at all?
So I have not so much formal training outside of like school and everything like that. Like I didn't go to a performing art school or anything like that, but I was involved in like a lot of our assemblies, a lot of our shows and everything, both high school, says elementary school, middle school, high school, college, all of that. Um and outside of that I also was in music. Uh kind of entangled a little bit with Des and the other industry.
Shut up.
What you say?
Y'all out here doing adult entertainment?
I do. I'm an exotic entertainer.
I just voted and gave out lap dances at random. That was it. I wasn't like actually putting on shows for real. But if your grandma was sitting in the crowd and she had ones and she looked at me the right way, yeah, I was at her. I'm just saying. But so it's like, as far as entertainment and everything go, like I've been in multiple facets. I did a little freelance modeling, I do a little freelance photography and everything like that too. So that's my experience. And I'm currently working with a cast for artists right now. We putting a play together to go on tour and everything too.
Yes, honey, holla at me. I'm a formerly trained actress, honey. I'm probably still not as good as some of y'all, but I'm a formerly trained actress. Holla at me. I'll audition, honey. If you got a Kiki role, that would be best for me. But this ain't about me. This is about perceptions.
Mine is mostly in podcasting. So literally, yeah. So I did all of that, like the speech and debate in college, all of that, stuff. Um, and life experiences, because I actually used to be a corporate witness for like a mortgage company and shit. So, I had to do a lot of formal speaking, but it became radio focused and podcast focused. I think within the last 6 years. Yeah, within the last 6 years or so, probably a little longer than that. But I actually took actually signed up for a course and was like, okay, let's hone this, let's hone this craft. I'm doing this, so I might as well know what the hell I'm doing. You know what I mean? So I took this radio host, there's a local radio host was having a master class. So I did that with a bunch of, great people and things like that. And we ended up, everybody going their own routes and stuff like that. You might see some people on HBO now. You might see some people, that's coming soon, that type things and stuff, so it was that type of training, if you want to, per se. But as far as like any the acting, absolutely not. I literally just kind of was like, all right, you want me to do what? What you want me to say? Oh, all right, I got you. Let's go. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
So you've been more so you have an experience in mass communication. You have an experience being a voice.
Right. And giving a voice to the voiceless or the people who, are a little diminished on the side. You know what I mean? Like, we ain't got time for that. Here go my microphone. You can use it. You know what I mean? We ain't got time for that. So that's how I started.
Yeah, we have some things in common, Mahogany. Des, tell us about your experience, Des. How did we get here, Des?
Well, like I said, in Philly, I've already made a name for myself as an exotic entertainer. My stage name would be Storm. So that's kind of how I've overcome Philadelphia. That's how I met a lot of these cast members, honestly, outside of here. There's a few of them that I met outside of here that are not here, but also dancing at different places that they're already at or being at different events. for I've been dancing for 13 years, so I've wanted to cross over into something else. I've did some modeling a little bit, so I wanted to dip into something else. I think I can act. I ain't never had no formal training, but since I've done this show, I have reached out to do different little classes um, to try to get to where others are at because of watching. I'm not as natural at it, but I think I'm more of a comedian anyway. Um, I'm a goofball, and I naturally make people laugh, and I don't really be trying, and that's the art. But when I'm trying, it's not funny. So it's just better if I just be my natural self because it seems to work for me. So I actually, because of her allowing me to be in that, I've reached out to do different things now. I have auditions in Atlanta coming up this summer for the Stud Model Project. Um, I have some other things going on for Miami's Heat this year. So like I said, because she let me allow me to step into a water that I never was encountered with, I liked it, and I liked the feeling it gave me to, and her being able to tell me how to act and how to be natural and opening a different box of a Pandora's box for myself. So I'm trying to, grab onto it and dive into it like I did with my dancing career. And hopefully the fans that I have from that world, I can bring over into this world and follow me through whatever it is that I'm going to dip into next.
It's not common for us to see stud strippers in the mainstream. Is it really lucrative? Is there really a niche for it? Is there really an audience for it?
Yes, there is. Yes, there is. It's a really easy money. Like 2 days can be a paycheck for me, real rap. I have fun doing it. I get to travel. I meet a lot of different people. I met a lot of celebrities dancing at different things. City of Dimes. A lot of people I dance with are on shows now, like the Queens of the South and doing bigger things. And Bolo, like they're doing out here doing movies. So if I know if they can step into them waters, then I can too. So like I said, I would have never thought I would have if it wasn't for Tanaya and Alysha giving me opportunity to get that feeling. And since I opened that box now I'm trying to see if I can tap in. I got Tanaya to help me, so I got some guidance at least this time. I'm not going in blindsided, so it's nice to have some folks to be able to reach out to for help in the event that I'm able to dip into that.
Um, so I started off Broadway, doing a play called I'm not gonna lie to you, I don't fucking remember. That was like it was a while ago, but I have another trans friend. His name is Freedom King. He wrote a play, and me and my ex girlfriend were a part of the play. The like the trainings, like classes where we like he would always tell me to project my voice because I'm so soft spoken until you piss me off. So like I would have like that type of training where I would have to like speak up as opposed to speaking so low. But I'm like, I don't want to feel like I'm yelling because then I feel like I'm too loud. You know what I'm saying? But I don't like loud noises as a whole. So it's like, I'm trying to find a balance. But I found it, and the the play was the first thing. We did like 5 shows off Broadway. It was dope. Like it was a dope experience. Then I tapped into what Love and Lesbians NYC. I was on like one episode, and I didn't like the director and the act like the actors and the director. And it was this cat. It was like high school, so I was cool. I was on Let's Be Real season 3. Then I came to Alysha. Respectfully, I think all like me working on all of those shows helped me become become better in my craft. If I'm honest.
I dig it. I dig it. Armani Day, do you have any formal training or experience?
Nope. I'm just that dude. I got top. No, no, no.
Clock out.
I don't.
Go ahead.
I think
Clock
he
out.
was saying clock out. No, I don't.
Bro, what?
I
I'm about to
don't.
find
I was.
it. I'm sorry. Can't do it. Mm-mm.
Don't do that. Anyway, no, I don't really have. I'm just a creative person. It's just what runs through me. Like I naturally gravitate to all types of things: music, photography, painting, just everything. Fashion is just in me. It's just who I am. Can I take some lessons and all that stuff? Of course, absolutely. But I'm very nervous. so many times Alysha have been like, Armani, get it together, because I gotta get all my laughs out, I gotta go to the bathroom, I gotta get drinks on water, like I gotta do all this stuff before we start scenes and stuff. So no, I don't have any like professional experience or training or any of that. It's just I'm just a creative person, so I can adapt to creative processes.
So far we got all naturals. I ain't mad at it. I'm the only one who needed to be. I'm the only one who needed guidance. What about you, Alysha? Do you have any formal training as an actress or director or screenwriter?
Well, I've been writing since I was 9. I've been dancing since I was 3, tap, jazz, ballet, hip hop. So I had stage presence and things like that. I also have been in plays. My mom has always kept me in performing arts. I actually was supposed to go to performing arts high school, but I changed my mind at the last minute and went somewhere else. But I just always been in like dance companies and stuff like that. So I've always been around that atmosphere.
I dig it. I dig it. It definitely sounds like it was meant for you. Definitely sounds like it was meant for you. Now, this question is for everybody again, and feel free to answer at your leisure. What is the biggest lesson you've learned thus far while shooting Perception?
Okay.
I was about to say the sky is not the limit. That's what I learned. The biggest lesson I took away from that is that the sky is not the limit. Like me personally, I always thought that it's not. I always knew that I could do whatever it was, but there were a lot of things that I didn't see in myself that Alysha did see, and it was like, damn, I thought this was the ceiling for me, but having somebody like Alysha in your corner just constantly pushing you and seeing other things that you can't see, it's like, all right, bet. It's like when the energy is there, you know, when it's somebody that got that with like-minded energy, it's you just gonna do what it do. And it was just like, all right, from there, I could go ahead, I could break this ceiling, I could break that ceiling, I could break this ceiling, I could break that ceiling. Like, yeah, the sky is not the limit at all.
I guess I'll go next since she already got the mic on. So my biggest thing to take away from Perception is because it was a vision. It started off as a manifestation for me, and it was a thought. Is the fact that anything that you think, you could put it into an existence. If you put enough thought into it, you put enough energy into it, your vision will come to life. Don't worry about the people. Don't worry about nobody around you. Everybody who is meant for you and meant to be around you, they're going to gravitate towards you, and everything's going to work out. So if you can see it, you can do it, and that has been my biggest lesson out of everything. Even when cast members quit or they wasn't making it on time or people didn't show up for their scenes or anything, the show still went on and we were able to walk around, like move around that. So if you can see, you definitely can do it. And I think that's like the biggest thing anybody can learn from it.
What I learned is to legit believe in yourself, regardless of whatever it is. Like, just kind of capitalizing on what everybody's saying. Believe in yourself, because you are you. Like, nobody can be you like you. Literally, nobody can show up on this earth and be you just like you. So it's like, well, damn. If I could do this, I could do that. What shit? Why not? Well, why not? And that's literally once you start like just stepping into that confidence. Your confidence start building as you keep going. It's like, well, wait a minute, I did that yesterday. I can do this today. What shit? And as that started building, it was like, all right, now I can really let me just go ahead and show y'all who I am for real, for real. You know what I mean? Like, let me show you all the levels, not just, all right, I work here, I do this, I do that. You know what I'm saying? Or I used to do this, Nah, let me show you who I am, period. Yeah, like that's what this brings. That's what the energy I like to bring, just period. Like, you know what I mean? So yeah. That's what I learned, and that's why.
The biggest lesson, I think I've taken in two. So watching the first 2 seasons, I learned that peer pressure is a mug. Like, the surrounding of people that you have around you really can either bring you up or bring you down. And certain situations that were happening in season 1 and season 2, I feel like could have been a lot worse if it wasn't for the people that were around. Like, for instance, when you're in season 1, right? That's what you're watching right now, season 1? Okay.
Yeah.
Hold on, wait. Let me figure out how to say it, because I don't want to spoil nothing for you either. But during season 1, something happens, right? And I feel like if Jay didn't have the people she had looking out for her, she wouldn't have been able to take the next step to be able to get herself out of that situation, because she would have kept going back like she was already doing. Angel was sucking her in every time, manipulating her and whatnot, and it was all off of feeling. But she needed them people around her to tell her she was better than that. She can do it without her, and they was gonna be there with her, and they did. They rode out with her from then to season 2, which gave her confidence back, which gave her stability back, and you need that. So that was, to me, one of the first things, because I've experienced in that, where my friends is really holding it down for me. Like when I'm breaking down, they the ones that are helping me pick me back up. It ain't the people I would thought would be there, but it's the ones that I thought would not be there. And if it wasn't for them, the motivation would die. And in season 1 and 2, I seen that in more than one person with things that they were going through. And the second part for me would be in season 3, when I took on to a character that was already a problem. I put my twist on it so that way I can try to pull her out of the dirt, because she wasn't truthful to herself in season 1 and 2. It took for this bad traumatic situation to happen for her to realize, damn, I fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Like I had it and I fucked up. And then you got mad because she was ready to move on. You fucked up. You fumbled. So now the most you can do is hope that she wants to be in your presence. You know what I'm saying? In real life, that's how it be. And Alysha's character, Jade, the things that she said after the situation, still trying to be the person she was, happens in real life. And people don't listen to it. And she meant exactly what she said, and she did exactly what she meant to say. And I applauded her character for that, because I know a lot of people that don't bounce back from stuff like that. And I feel like personally, if I known what I know now, then I probably would have been able to help somebody get about the dirt myself. So now I know, and I'm actually a better help.
Powerful statement. Armani, how you gonna follow that up?
Baby, or as you say, honey. I get, honestly, I feel like mine is literally a mixture of what everybody said. It's literally a bit of what everybody said. In playing Eric and even doing behind the scenes stuff, I really learned that there are so many different things happening in life all at once. So many, it's billions of people in this world, right? And we're all trying to figure out how to survive, how to get up and go to work, or how to create, how to exercise, how to care for kids and parents. It's so many things going on at one time, and we are all trying to make the best of what the hell life has given us. And sometimes it can be hard to not give in to peer pressure, to not want to take your own life, to not want to stay in toxic relationships that are, hurting you. Like it can just, or stay around family members who don't support you and accept you for you. Like, it's so much going on. And I learned that I can find calmness, I can find stillness, I can find balance, and I can get through anything as long as I love and believe in myself. Believe in myself first. It's nothing that I can't do. Not no person, not no animal, not no entity, nothing can stop me from achieving whatever it is that I want to achieve in life, from doing whatever it is that I want. Nobody can truthfully stop me from being happy and stop me from pushing forward. And I literally got all of that from, yes, being on the show, from knowing these people, from meeting people for the first time, like I said, being on screen in front of the camera, and then being behind the scenes. I literally got all of that from that. And it's, I had to take time out of my schedule to make sure, like, I gotta make sure I get on the bus and get to Philly at a certain time so that I don't be late, so that it doesn't affect everybody else. Like, I was always bothering Alysha, like, when's the next time we shoot? And what's my next scene? Because season one, like I said, I was just an extra. I just happened to be at Cash's house when they were shooting, and it's like, oh yeah, we filming today. Before you leave, you went, yeah, I want to, I want to be a part of it. And as I'm watching them, shoot, and then I watch the final editing, like with everybody else on YouTube, I'm like, yo, like this is a good fucking show. Like this is a good fucking show. I mean, we all learn as we go. So there was like sound technical difficulties and all that, obviously, but it gets better. I promise you, it gets better for people who haven't even watched it or who are like you in season one. It gets better, and everybody brings something. Everybody brings something. So,
Oh, baby.
yeah.
Mahogany, you mentioned earlier that you tried out for Angel and it wasn't a good fit for you. And Alysha, we know that the first season was a manifestation of your own life and experience. So where do you end and where does your character begin? What's the difference between y'all and the people who y'all portray on screen?
Go ahead.
Honestly, I'm playing myself honestly on screen. Actually, all four characters are the four females who are the main characters. They're all like an extension of me and different stories in my life of at different times, and I just put them all together. So honestly, I'm really just playing myself. So that's probably why it seems so natural for me, because I'm just acting like myself. So I'm not as timid though. Don't I'm not as timid as Jade. I will fuck you up. Don't believe me. So, but
Okay.
that's
Yeah, Jay does come off as a bit soft, and I don't get soft girl energy from you. Go ahead, Mahogany.
Okay. So, honestly, I'm me wherever I go, and I say that everywhere I go, like legit. So, as far as the development of the character and things like that, in order to be able to play it, I had to kind of just be myself. If so speaking, it's like, okay, that's why I'm like, hey, all right, you want me to do what now? Oh, all right, I got you. What you need, baby? I got this way for you, whatever. Oh, we gotta be serious now. Oh, okay, no problem. Like, oh, and then like which one was saying, the whole natural funny stuff. If I tried, it'd be like, what the hell? You putting a dad joke, you know what I mean? But otherwise, it's just natural. Like it's just energy. It's like, oh, okay. So honestly, it's for the most part. Besides, I've dealt with. I'm not gonna go too far because you said you only watched season one, or you're still in season one. So I done dealt with that type energy as far as the fuckboy films. Because in our reality, I'm not beat for. I don't date masculine presenting because I'm more mask presenting than anything. For the most part, it's a balance there. I'm a lady, but yeah, I can't be bothered. So like a lot of that oh, I'm better things, the different types of energies and films that you run into and things like that. I've been there, done that. So I just literally brought some of those topics when the topic came. I'm like, oh, I remember that. Let me tap into that energy. Girl, I remember, you know what I mean? Like, let's deliver this line. So that's just pretty much what I brought to it.
The difference between me and my character, like she said, I replaced the person. So I came into the character already knowing kind of what type of person she was because I've seen that or I've been in that situation before. So it was easy to be able to portray it. But she allowed me to put my own twist on it in my way and just guided me along the way. So it worked out. It worked out. I wish I could have been a part of season 1 and 2, so that way I could have built onto a character like everyone else. But I wasn't. I wasn't mad. I was glad that I got the opportunity. It was, like I said, it was an opening. It was a blessing in disguise because I didn't think she was casting anybody else for season 3. So I got lucky, and like I said, when I got the call back to be able to fill in that spot, it wasn't as difficult as I thought it was. The first day shooting was because I've never been. I guess I've been on the camera because when I dance, there's cameras and stuff all the time. But I think it was just a different situation. Like, I think I'm better with a crowd of 250 women versus this strange man that's just following me in my face with the phone while I'm trying to figure out how to portray this person and the scene that we're doing. So after the first dip in, though, I was good because I was, like I said, I cracked the ice. Once the ice was broken in that realm, I was cool. And she's a good teacher. She gives really good comfort and guidance while I'm doing it. So it worked out. It was really, really natural. It was more natural than I thought it was going to be. So I can't wait for the newer projects that are coming out that she got going on. I can't wait to be a part of it.
I thought I was gonna actually be able to jump right into an answer, but it's kind of hard because, like Alysha said, she pretty much created the people based off of us, or most of us anyway. Or she developed the characters from us. Me and Eric have a lot in common. I've lived with friends, not necessarily my uncle, but I also did actually live with Tyree, who is my uncle, and community, chosen family. I actually did live with him at one point in New York. So it was kind of like natural to just be, okay, this is my uncle. I'm staying with him because I don't have nowhere to go as a queer person, as a trans kid or whatever. So that's actually real. Like it's really along the lines of that. Eric is also emotional, and I'm very emotional. I think so. I think where Eric begins and I end is I'm not easily influenced. And I don't know if you've seen that in season 1. It might have. No, it's in season 2. So I'm not going to try to spoil you too much, but there's a character that has a lot of influence over Eric, and I am not easily influenced by other people. Like not especially not in the sense of, oh, peer pressure, you want to smoke, you want to drink, I literally can be in a room full of people smoking and drinking, and I'm just like, yo, y'all good? Okay, cool. And I'm just sitting there sober. So I think that's one of the main things that I can think of, like right now, of where Eric and Armani are different, and where Eric, okay, this is Eric right here. If Eric is doing this, I don't do that. Armani don't do that. Um, Yeah, I did. Yeah. Otherwise, like I said, like when you get to season 3, there's is good something very bad happens, and you're gonna know. Okay, this is both of them. Like this is literally both of them. Like I would literally react the same way as if that when that incident happened, that was me and it was Eric. It was me being myself, but I was also portraying Eric for. Like I would have reacted the same way. But it's really, it's trigger warning for people that watch. It's really really traumatic. But yeah, as far as right now, that's where I can think of where Eric begins and I end is I'm not heavily influenced, especially in a negative way. Like I'm inspired by people on the daily, but I'm not heavily influenced like peer pressure to do something, especially something bad, something negative. That could potentially hurt me or the people around me. No.
I say that every cast member literally plays their self for real. I really,
Yes.
when they and I watched them audition, I paid attention to the characteristics and how they were acting, and I built the characters around the way that they acted. So everybody plays how they act. They all act like the way they do. The only person I would say on here who doesn't play how she acts because she was thrown into season 3, Desiree doesn't have her own character. She was replacing another character, but she made it into her own. But everybody else pretty much had their own character. I wrote it around them. So
Oh, so you did have a CIA agent stalking you. But I'm gonna keep it all where my character end and where my character end and I begin, or where I character began, whatever. Des can attest to this. I am not as understanding, patient, sweetheart, kind-hearted, and nothing like that as you've seen any of the seasons at me be. Honestly, season 3 is probably the closest to me in real life, because I ain't got time to be playing with nobody bald head ass daughter. I'm sorry.
Yes.
I don't.
Not doing Women's History Month.
That's Women's History Month.
Oh, but you seen season 1, so you already seen how Taz was being done. How you sitting there harassing me about women, and you out here,
Slut puppying.
Being out here.
out here
Yeah.
crotch hopping.
Is any of the cast members, because this show revolves a lot around relationships, romantic relationships, right? Are any of the cast members actually in real relationships?
Tanaya was with somebody on season 1. Naomi was with somebody. It was a couple couples on our cast. So
I
I'm
don't
thinking
think I was with nobody. I don't think I was with nobody during the whole show because I just don't tolerate women. That yeah, no, I wasn't with nobody on that show. No, I wasn't, but I'm with some like respectfully, I'm with somebody now. And I'm about to get married actually, to be fair. But yeah, like I'm not. Yeah, I found my
That's
person and I'm
crazy.
locked. Like, it's like we locked in and loaded. And I don't think I've been. I think this is my happiest relationship. So I will say that. I think like I'm gonna be fair. Like me being a Leo and me being like a compulsive, impulsive Leo. Like not compulsive, but impulsive Leo. Like my nephew knows that. Like Leash knows that. Like I spaz. So for my girl to have me calm where I don't even say much. I don't really. I used to rant every day. I barely say anything. It's hard for you to get a reaction out of me now. And I think that my girl contributed to my growth and I love her tenfold. Like I'm deeply madly in love with her, but it's like it's not just me speaking because, like she can be here, but I speak like this, you know, around her because this is really how I feel. Like I know for a fact, like she's my person. And yeah, like I have to lock it down. So yeah.
I love to hear it. I love to hear it. I love to hear it, honey. Mm, mm,
Uh,
mm, mm.
so how was it playing Angel, the love interest of Jade, who is Alysha, the creator of the show? Did you feel more pressure? Like you're already coming into this acting thing, and now you have to act out these scenes with the creator of the show. Like, did you feel more pressure?
But Armani, believe it or not, I'm really good with pressure because I'm an athlete. And when it comes down to timing of the game and you got 5 seconds for to make 2 points, like me and my team, that's what we did. So me being under pressure actually makes me work better because I don't like to fail. And that could be the competitiveness in me, but I try to reach for the top every time. And if I don't know how, she just gave me what I needed to get to the next level to make sure what she wanted, I vision wise, came. And I was cool with that because I don't really know what I'm doing. But like I said, she just told me act natural, and it was easy. Now, as far as being Angel, I ain't gonna hold you. I had my own issues with Angel in the first 2 seasons. I was really mad with Angel. Okay, I was pissed off because I feel like it could have been handled differently. So when Alysha gave me the opportunity, like this is for to fix it. Like I'm I'm me and you are gonna see each other, but I need you to know that there's another person. So I need you to be natural on how it would be if we were really together and this person was invading your space, which again became more natural because I am a very selfish person. I do not like sharing. And I already know how this person is, especially with the pop-ups and shit. And why the hell she keep coming out of fucking nowhere and then you want to tell me about it and think I'm supposed to be okay? I'm supposed to be calm? No, because in real life it wouldn't be like that. In real life, where does she live and where? Matter of fact, I'm gonna follow you. Since she seems to be able to follow you and pop up, I'm gonna just you go ahead. I'm gonna follow you because I know if wherever you go, clearly she's gonna fucking pop up at. I'm calling off tomorrow. Don't even worry about it. Like that shit is over. I asked you to stop coming. She asked you to stop coming in my face. Now I got a problem. Now I got a
Oh,
problem.
Des, with you being an exotic entertainer, Des, do you consider that sex work?
No. For some it is. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because it's a job of building a fantasy. Some people cross the wires and be fucking for their money. That's where it becomes sex work. Okay, if you can build your clientele off of the talent of you performing, building a fantasy for whatever, female or male, because I don't really discriminate as long as you got money. I don't care what size you are, what color you are, you have cleft lip, I don't care. But if you got a purse or a wallet and you got some change in that joint, some dollar bills, baby, I'm gonna come rub on you. And it
But
works.
like you
And then I
said,
see
but
her
like
in the
you
new
said,
show.
Des, you selling that fantasy, right? And I heard you mention that you don't like to share. So has that ever been an issue for any of your partners that you dance?
Actually, it has. And it's funny because most of the time I am in it already. The person that started with me, she's still a dancer. The one that got me into the game 13 years ago, she's still a dancer. And it worked out between us for a little while. But then she got sucked into the game. And like I said, I'm not, we are entertainers. We don't cross lines. It ain't always about the money sometimes. It's about seeing her face come back the next show. And now she brought her friends. Instead of two, now it's 10. Now I got 3 tables instead of one. It's all about the networking. All about the networking. IG, Facebook, Philly Storm Dez, Philly Dez 85 IG. Just put Philly Storm. You'll find me. Trust me, I'm out here.
So I rebranded my podcast from Red Cup Confessions, which, Red Cup Confessions is the party cup. But now it is Melanin Rich Radio. So I am promoting Black voices, period. Like any business, any like little, small, big, whatever, what you got going on. Let's tell everybody about it. Let's show everybody. Let's, actually broadcast you. Like on some realness, not just like, oh, let me see what you got and I can cloud off of. I don't want your, I got mine. Like, let's build together. You know what I mean? That's where I'm at. And like, that's the energy I like to be around. That's the energy I want around me. And if it's anything less, then honey, be blessed. Okay. Because I got to go. You know what I mean? Like, literally. So, anybody following, Mona Rich Radio, Mahogany Major on Instagram, like, just come through and, hey, let's work. Let's work.
That's it. Don't shake your head. Oh, my bad. For anybody that don't know how to spell it, because I find myself having to spell it out for people. OXTAILGRAVIE. Oxtail gravy. Come on, let me.
So, Perceptions is not going to be my only project. So, people who are out here listening, the Perceptions page, I don't know if y'all seen the redo. It is now called Alysha J Productions. We are bringing a lot more projects coming. They're going to start being worked on this. So, please go subscribe, share, follow our Instagram. There's so many different projects coming, and we're going to all keep it page. So, and you'll see some of the same cast members and everything, and some of the different projects, and then you'll see as well. So just know that some new things are definitely coming, and opportunities will be there. So if you're in the Philadelphia area, tri-state area, please come out and audition. If you want to be seen, don't be scared. We have so much fun on the cast, and really like family. So I holler at everybody. Don't take it personal, but it's okay.
I know that I'm definitely looking forward to everything coming from Alysha J Productions. And for all who are not tuned into Alysha J Productions on YouTube, baby, look it up, subscribe, like, share with your friends, honey. Help promote Black voices.
I just want to say thank y'all for, joining the live, for, putting y'all input in, letting us get into who y'all are. Thank you, Alysha, for creating the show. I miss all of y'all. I miss being on set. If we are not on the set of Perceptions again, I hope we are all on the set of something else with Alysha J Productions soon. I definitely appreciate y'all. It's good to see y'all. I wish everybody a great new year and all y'all business stuff. Happy Women's History Month. Happy Trans Day of Visibility.
Honey, get me on set. Get me on set on Alysha J Productions so I could bring some of that she meat energy. For anybody who's not tuned into Perceptions and is watching this interview right now, honey baby, it's videos that got pretty much 100K views. Like, y'all have hundreds and thousands, if not millions of views on this series. So clearly there is a large group of people who believe that this show is good. And I have become one of the new audience members, baby. And I'm not a fan of much media. And even being a queer woman, even being a trans person, you all have been able to introduce me to an experience that I don't have. I think commonly cishet people assume that all of us in the community together, we all see and feel the same shit, and but no, that's definitely not the case. And I know it was a huge awareness for me, being somebody who dates women, who dates queer women, who dates cisgender women, who dates other queer people assigned female at birth. I learned a lot, and a lot of it is necessary for me to learn, and that's why I'm still tuned in.